Welcome to A Touch of Faith. My name is Yushinta Pope, and we will be going on a journey with Quran about his story, about his life experience in this world. And we're trying to touch on a lot of people's hearts and let y'all know from our point of view his story on how things went on in his life. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be able to relate to it.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Okay,
Let's go rearrange.
okay, we're gonna start off by saying, Quran, what made you want to change your life around because of the events that you had been through and the trauma that you have experienced in your life? You know what I'm saying? Because I know it was a struggle because I struggled too, with drug addiction as well. But this is your story we're gonna tell today. And I want you to tell us what made you want to change your story and not be in that bad place that you was when we were sick. Because see, we were sick people when we were in our drug addiction and we didn't understand. And it wasn't us, you know what I'm saying? But by you coming out and being the person that you know you truly are, give to us how do you feel and what made you want to change and become the person you are today.
Well, first of all, it wasn't me in the first place.
That's right.
It was a spirit that I was putting in my body.
Mm, mm.
I was raised up in church, going to church, Derrick Memorial Missionary Baptist Church on the east side of 7 Mile. And I was in the choir. I was an usher. I was getting trained to be a deacon by my late great uncle Henry and Reverend Thornton, rest his soul, and they believed in me. I always stayed in the church, and I got introduced to narcotics partying a lot. I was part of a group called the Playboys.
Let me cut you right there. But before you got introduced to narcotics, give us a brainstorm of your upbringing, as far as from the age of 9 until teenager stage. Start from the 9 year old as you was 9.
Wow, 9 years old. I was bad, bad, bad. I was bad, but I wasn't bad to the point that I was violent. I was bad, maybe the class clown or the school, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, got a good education. I dropped out of school in the 12th grade. Um, I know I'm moving a little fast, but from the time I was 9, I was bad. That's all I remember.
So you was taking up on your own characteristics as you was growing up, but you were just getting the character defects started to kick in, but you didn't know what they was at first because by you being 9 years old. Of
Oh
course you didn't
man,
know.
well, I grew up in, my grandmother was a sweet woman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I grew up around a lot of drugs, alcohol.
Okay.
Um,
So that kind of helped shape your character, not realizing it at the time that was going to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? Because don't none of us know what's going to happen, but we do know as we growing up, the things that we come into contact with is the
right,
things that shape us to be the people we become.
right. So basically, by me growing up in a household around that type of stuff, I thought it was cool
Okay.
doing that type of stuff. Ashtray laying around, so hit a cigarette out the ashtray. Started off
Mm-hmm.
doing that. Um, then when I got to a certain age, I was able to drink. Drinking wasn't really a problem in my household. I used to drink all the time with my uncle, God rest his soul. And it was a natural thing. I would do wine coolers. I don't know if people remember Boone's Farm,
Okay.
3 for $5.
Right. Yeah.
So I was drinking Boone Farm. I started off drinking wine and stuff, and it was like nothing. It was like, oh, it's wine ain't gonna hurt you. So
Right.
then it developed like I was about to tell you, by start partying, throwing parties with the Playboys. We was young, throwing parties,
Okay.
16, 17 years old. Then by being in the scene with throwing parties and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
alcohol became a nature of partying and celebrating because
Mm-hmm.
that's what we did at home. So
So it kind of became common to you to drink and party at the same time.
yeah, and I think I was at the time that I know of that I was one of the only playboys that was drinking at the time. But I know
Okay.
they grown now, so but at the time I was the main one that was smoking weed and drinking.
Okay, right. So that was this. You started to develop a substance abuse early, but you just didn't realize it. It
Yeah,
was going to turn into that. It was
of course.
social. It was social at first, but then it became an issue.
Yeah, then I started dating and partying and dating. That's turn up with whoever that you hanging with, whoever that you messing around with. They was
Okay.
at the same time. I was always ahead of my age. I liked the older women, so
Okay.
um, I used to talk to older women, and that's
Mm.
what they did. I was very much
Right.
supplied
Gotcha. So you
with
was
whatever
ahead.
I
You
needed.
was ahead of your time for your age.
Yeah, I was very ahead of my age, doing a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things.
Right.
But never was a criminal. Never was a type of person that engaged in stealing or anything like that from anybody.
Doing
Everybody
criminal
knew.
activities, we'll sort of say.
Yeah, I wasn't ever into that. I was always a go getter, a hustler, kept a job, and
Mm-hmm.
I just liked to celebrate every day.
Right. So you was more of a party type
Yeah,
person,
everybody would come
sort of
over my
say.
house and party or where the party at. I would throw Halloween parties. I would throw parties for each holiday that go down. It would be a party at my house. I started off throwing parties in my basement. Then we started renting out the WIAA hall on East 7 Mile between 7 Mile and DeQuinder.
Okay.
And then it started developing doing that, trying to be a young entrepreneur. So it's always been in my blood,
Okay.
to be a hustler. And we was doing really good. We was making 10 racks or more at the
Okay.
parties at the age of 16, 17.
Oh wow. That was great.
Yeah.
But in the process, the like we said, the drug abuse came in play. You know what I'm saying? And
It was like they say, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
right. Okay.
That's how it was played in my life.
Right.
It was just part of making out with people,
Right.
focusing on dealing with people. I
Mm-hmm.
thought that I needed drugs just to even deal with somebody
Right.
or just to live a life. I thought I needed weed just to eat.
Ooh we.
You
Man,
know?
ain't that somehow our
Yeah,
character defects tell us and make us to make them poor choices that we
yeah,
think we need something when we
yeah.
really don't? You know what I mean?
And drinking, it got so bad after my grandmother passed away.
I'm
So
sorry to hear that.
yeah, so it got to crack cocaine.
Wow, graduated. You know
It
what I'm saying?
graduated maybe a year before she died, but it
Mm.
wasn't at the level of me spending thousands of
But how
dollars.
did you get introduced to crack cocaine at that time?
I always been around crack cocaine, but I never did it.
Right. But I mean, I'm just saying, what kind of curiosity made you decide to, try it?
I was at a party,
Wow.
so
Peer
all,
pressure, sort of say.
all the beautiful women was doing crack cocaine.
Peer pressure for sure. Then.
Beautiful women, and
Mm.
they were like, "Try it." Yeah,
So in other words, look, it was the temptations that led you in the poor choices we always made when we
it was
growing up.
free.
But look, just because
It
something
was
free
free.
don't make it right. But at the time,
It
you
was
thought it was
free,
okay.
and it was a lot of it.
Hmm. So you began to think it was okay, and that's all.
Oh, I had so much of it that I had enough to take home that I didn't even understand what I was doing that night. But
Hmm.
I had so much of it to the next day. I tried it on my own,
Hmm.
and that's when I was like, "Wow, what the hell is I'm doing?"
Became a habit. Mm.
One try sober at home made it a habit.
Mm.
That night it didn't. But
Right.
they knew what they was doing with me by giving me something to take home
Exactly.
for me to develop the habit that I did.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
It was just 51s.
Gotcha. Yep.
So it was
Mhm.
rolling up with the weed.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the start of that opening of that door to this sad world that we live in today. That's of drugs.
Yeah, and a lot of people was doing 51s. It wasn't like it was a shameful thing. When you walk around people, you could just say, what we do, it's different now, but we notify people and let you know what you smoking.
Right.
And it was like, hey, it's 51 right here. I don't know if you want to hit it. So we gave you a choice if you did or if you didn't. But nowadays, people who smoke whatever, they don't even ask what it is.
Mm-hmm. Just something to get high off of.
Yeah, it was a lot of pain coming up, and a lot of hurt and pain, and to try to fit in with the cool crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted love and affection.
So you think you probably sorted in using drugs. You know what I'm saying? The kind of the love that you didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
So you like maybe you turn to drugs to kind of like kill the thought of not having that love. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, it's mostly like numb the pain.
To numb the pain. Right.
It was a lot of pain that I had. Father wasn't around.
Okay.
Mother was in the streets.
Okay, gotcha.
I love both of my parents to death still.
And you supposed to,
no matter what. And it was missing out, feeling neglected.
Right. So you felt like you were left behind, and sort of say, you know what I'm saying?
I'm the oldest out of my family.
Okay.
Out of my mother children. So what they went through, they know they went through they process. I'm not gonna knock them for whatever they went through.
That's
right. But I'm 7 years older than my brother. I'm 8 years older than my sister.
Okay.
My other sister, I'm 9 years older than her. So what I seen, what they saw,
right,
before they saw what they saw.
Gotcha. Right.
I saw way
more because
way
you
more.
Was in the midst of
to my grandma adopted me.
Okay, gotcha.
So my grandmother raised me and took me out of the situation that I was in.
Gotcha. But you still continue to go down this road that you was traveling down.
Yeah, she took me out of that situation, and I ended up wanting to be in that situation because of my parents, or just to get close to my parents.
But could you say it might have been learned behavior? See, once the learned behavior kicked in, then you start following the way your character already was shaped. You already shaped your character through the lifestyle that you was living. So
No. It's not. It wasn't that. At the time, we believed that we liked that.
Okay.
I thought it was fun. I had the money to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a natural thing. It wasn't like I built that up or wanted to be like any of them.
Right. Understand that.
But it did make me closer with them because I got high with both of them. Okay. As I got older, I would get high with both of them.
Mm-hmm. So in other words, you didn't realize there was a problem until it became a problem.
I found out it was a problem. My grandmother passed away in 2018, and I stayed in her house for 4 years. If COVID hit, and a lot of bad things started happening to me. Getting set up, couldn't trust anybody. Just a lot of backstabbing because I lived in her house.
So it's honest to say, those spirits that you invited into your house became something of straight negative all through there.
I would say that it was, they didn't want me to live in my grandmother's house.
Oh, wow.
As soon as she passed away, right at the funeral, they was like, the house might get foreclosed. But look how God worked. I stayed here 4 years because COVID came.
Wow.
So whatever people was planning against me didn't prosper. Because I have God on my side.
That's right.
So this is my testimony to let you know whatever somebody trying to put on you or dig a grave for you, they will fall into themselves. Because for one thing, what I learned about this because I'm a child of God, no matter what.
That's right.
And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to speak on it. But it was the family was saying they wish bad or whatever situation it is. They was hurt, I guess, because hurt people hurt people.
That's right.
And I said to myself, I cannot make these people happy and die like this. So basically, I went to God. We have to go to God.
That's
And
right.
I told God I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I asked God to do whatever you want with me, God. I'm tired of
Mm-hmm.
living like this. So if you want me to die now, I'm ready to die.
Mm.
And if you want me to live, do your will.
Wow.
So it's a spiritual journey. I always got God in my life. So
Mm-hmm.
even as a kid, as a child, I feel like I was like that even in my mom's belly. That I
Okay.
had God on my side. So
Without a doubt.
um, so by my connection with God, I said I cannot let. I'm just the type of person that said I'm not gonna make you happy with me living like this because it was a joke. It was
Mm-hmm.
planning like he's never gonna be anything. He's
Mm-hmm.
never gonna amount to nothing. And now the drugs got him. It ain't no way he's coming back.
Mm.
So I said, how can I make these people do it for myself first?
That's the whole
But
key
how
there.
can I make them see the change in me instead of trying to be negative and say I'm gonna make you eat your words? But at the
Mm-hmm.
time, I'm like I'm gonna make everybody eat their words what they predicted about my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to myself, first of all, with my grandmother's house, I got paid for that house, even though they said it was foreclosed. It's a program called Cash to Relocate,
Mm.
and that's how God worked in my favor. They thought I was just gonna get put out, but
Right.
I got paid to move to put everything out the house. It's called Cash to Relocate, and
Mm-hmm.
that was enough money for me, you know, to get another place
Okay.
and get high. And
Mm.
I got thousands of dollars, more thousands of dollars that I ever seen in my life after my grandma died. That's how I knew I had an angel watching over me
Mm-hmm.
because I never wanted for anything.
Right.
I still was in church. I went to Lovejoy Church on Nevada. I love that church. Shout out to Pastor Wims.
Mm-hmm.
And I would pray fast and everything with him, and he would do one-on-ones with me because I got a gift. Um, for preaching, but I'd rather be a motivational speaker. So I
Okay.
just changed my mindset. Um, I went to the mental wards.
Mm.
Um, I went to many a times
Oh wow.
trying to get help. I didn't know what was wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
And
You didn't realize that the character defects is really was the problem. This
no,
shape.
it wasn't a cure. It was a mental disorder that I was trying to escape from. I didn't really want to be where I was at the time. So when I went to the mental hospital, I kept going, and they said, "It's nothing wrong with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You just going through a drug addiction.
Yep.
We see this all the time. People come in here and try to stay and this and that." And I said, "Man, this." So it was like, "You need to go to treatment," but I never listened. I went to treatment when I got ready to go to treatment. I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad I'm still here.
So in other words, you went to treatment when you probably was ready to quit. When you was
Um, I,
ready to
I
surrender.
relapsed. I relapsed. I went in 2022. I relapsed to 2024. I stayed with people. I even slept in the car at my friend's house, which I ain't had to do. But I wanted to have ways that I could leave in and out and try to hide my addiction to him. Maybe you watching it now, so now you know why I didn't want to live in your house,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful house. And also he gave me a place to stay 2 blocks
Okay.
from my house, my own crib. And I thank God for friends that I have like that
That's right.
that gave me a house
God
to
fearing people.
myself. And you know, God blessed me in so many ways till I didn't recognize it, and I just wanted to let people know that God will put people in your life to help you change if you only submit and surrender to the help that people are trying to give to you.
That's right. Them
Um,
angels.
and I know I have people that pray for me. I hear a lot of people say, "We pray for you, Quran," and I believe them. My best friend, Kelly mom, I know she prayed for me. A lot of people I know that really prayed for me to change my lifestyle, the way that I live my life. Because they knew me before I got in my addiction. I was just a silly little kid.
Right.
You know, I thought, well, being a nerd, like, or goofy, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, looking for love, that was the main thing. But once I got sober and clean, I found love.
Gotcha.
You know, I found love in myself. I got self-hate out. I forgive people now.
That's right.
I just changed my whole mindset, my whole way of thinking. And that's why I'm doing this podcast.
You started healing.
And trying to help other people to be able to forgive, change their mindset, and live the life that God has for you. Because it's just not drugs and alcohol. Because you're not hurting nobody but yourself. When you was
right.
like, you made me get high, or the excuse
you mainly hurt yourself. Oh, but you hurt a whole bunch of other people that love you too now. So always keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I know I hurt my kids. I know I hurt my grandmother. But now I could honestly say that I know that she's watching out on me. I wish she could have been able to see me drugs clean. But
she looking down on you, believe me.
But I
she's
know
proud of you.
She knew me before the drugs, so that's one thing that I'm proud of, that she know my heart. And I know she prayed for me before she passed away. Me and her had a deep conversation before she passed away. So I'm at peace with that.
That's right.
Conversation that me and her had, that no one, I would never tell that.
That's right. It's sacred. That's between you and her.
I would never tell that story, but I'm just grateful now. I'm just, anything else you want to ask me?
Well, you know what I'm saying? You kind of covered most of it, but
this only part one anyway.
Yeah, this is only part one. You covered most of it, but I do want to say this here. Through our journey, as we, from a child to a teenager to an adult, we go through struggles, but we go through struggles because our life is being shaped as we grow up, and the things that we come in contact with becomes a part of us, and that's something that we got to understand. So we have to be careful of the things that we come in contact with that becomes a part of us, because it can either be good or it can be bad, and it can be a big influence on our actions and the choices that we make. So, you know what I'm saying, I want us to be aware of the things that we do in this world because of the choices that we make, because of the way we be shaped from the world. You know, because the things you go through is going to shape you to be the person you are today. And that's something that we got to understand, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel in my heart, everything that I think I couldn't do, I'm doing it. I feel like...
Oh, you came a long ways. And I'm here to witness he has.
Everything that people wish that going to happen to me is not going to happen. I got so much of faith in God that I'm only can go up from here. I would never put myself in that situation of getting high, drinking or smoking, never in my life again.
That's right.
I can honestly
With
say
the grace
that.
of God.
I'd rather die.
That's right. Now, you know what? And I understand that.
I'd rather die than even carry myself or lead you people on to believe that I'm a changed person and go back to my old wicked ways.
That's right.
Of doing drugs and alcohol. I just want y'all to keep y'all faith in God. That's what helped me carry through.
That's right.
Make sure you pray. Make sure you try to at least fast once a week, if you can do that. Just one day out of the week, if you could just do that, or once a month. Make sure that you read your Bible scriptures while you fasting.
Or whatever holy book or whatever faith that you fall up under.
And make sure that you have a positive connection with not only God, but with someone that you feel that you can trust. And if you feel like you can't trust anyone, God will send that person to you, believe me. I've been in the fellowship, and nobody's called me in the fellowship. No one talked to me in the fellowship, but this man right here. And I appreciate this, a one-man army
That's right. Listen here.
I don't need nobody in the fellowship.
Well,
That I mean, I wish they would, but you know, I'm not acting cocky or anything like that. I wish they would accept me in the fellowship, but I just felt like an outcast, like I did when I was on drugs in the fellowship. So it's awkward for me to even speak on a fellowship because no one was ever there for me in a fellowship. Um, I have no problem with anybody in the fellowship, but it ain't for me. I went to meetings. I did different activities with them. I even partied with them on John R. I just feel like an outcast. I don't fit in. So that's why you guys see me on my Facebook page, going to games, doing different events. Not with none of them. I wish I could. I got love for everybody in there. But me and this guy talk every single day, motivate each other every single day,
that's
and
right.
this is what God put in my life. And I can't ask for nothing else because I asked God to put somebody in my life in the fellowship to help me learn this. Nobody taught it to me. That's why it took me 2 years to keep going to rehab because I didn't understand it.
Mm.
I had nobody to tell me. I came to him. I said, "Give me the blueprint, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a blueprint from this revolving door that I'm going around.
That's right.
It's gotta end. I'm just sick of just going to different treatments. I went to a lot of treatment in 2 years,
Mm.
and I went to a lot of treatments twice in 2 years. So believe me, I got treated like crap. I took everything till I'm like, it's getting worse and worse. So if you sick and tired, please somebody, pray on it and find somebody. Ask God, He will do it. He will deliver you for whatever. Believe me, it's a real God out here.
That's right.
Whatever trauma that you've been through, I understand. I went through a lot, and I'm gonna talk more about the trauma I went through coming up. But I had to do this real short and sweet for part one. But part two, I don't want to really hurt anybody. Because if I told the real raw truth, it will be a lot of hurt people.
And that's not what he's here for.
And I'm not here to hurt people. I'm up to uplift people.
That's right.
I'm here to motivate people.
Mm-hmm.
That's my call, and that's what God want me to do because I asked God to use me. So He used me as a vessel. I hope y'all accept this and believe exactly what I'm saying because it's the truth from the bottom of my heart. I won't be on here lying to you. So
That's
I want
right.
y'all to just keep y'all faith. If y'all struggling with drugs and alcohol, please call the 188 number and
That's right.
try to get some help.
You know what I'm saying? Get in treatment.
Because it's not drugs out here no more. And you see, by doing drugs and alcohol, there's always drama. It's always fighting. It's always arguing. We watch it on YouTube. We watch it all the time on Facebook. Killings and fightings and family feuds and family turning on family and friends turning on friends. And people do that without alcohol also. But 9 times out of 10, without alcohol, you could just cut it off.
That's
You know,
right.
you won't let nobody push you over the edge because a lot of stuff what I go through now, I be if I was on drugs, I would be in jail or dead. So I just thank God that I'm not on it right now. That's why I'm able to talk to you guys, and hopefully I help somebody out with what I've been through, and I hope I saved some addict out there. And if I did, please leave a comment on the YouTube channel, and I really appreciate it. And I love y'all.
That's right. And like he said, for any of y'all brothers that is in NA, reach out, you know what I'm saying, and help somebody. You know what I'm saying? This a newcomer, you know, this in the program. You know what I'm saying? Because we all need help. And touch of faith is all we need.
That's all we need is a touch of faith. Thank you, everybody that watched this. Please support. Please subscribe. I'll give you some more of real life conversations if you like it, and if you accept or don't be ashamed of what you've been through. Please comment
That's right.
and
That's right.
just say I love you on my page, or say that we forgive people, or say some kind of uplifting comment on the page and say I feel you.
That's
Just say,
right.
I feel your pain, Karan.
That's
Say
right.
something.
We all as a whole, y'all. Let's look out for each other and listen. Express yourself. Express how y'all feel. Express y'all pain. You know what I'm saying? Give us some comments on what y'all going through. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, for the people that's lonely, don't have nobody, or mourning people that passed away, because a lot of this trauma come from death, come from being lonely, just being sad with how you was raised, by being broke, by struggling, and how life is not treating you like you think you deserve. Believe me, I felt all of that. I felt like I had nobody. I felt like my whole family turned against me. I felt like I didn't have a family. So what I did, I created my own family. And I wish I did had a family that I can go to, but I'm clean now, and I'm happy for what God has gave me, my health, life, and strength.
That's right, you guys. And we love y'all, man. And y'all, like we said, just give us some comments and subscribe on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and let us know, you know what I'm saying, that you reach out to us and let us know y'all there. And we appreciate y'all.
Thank you, and please comment and share. Peace.
God bless.